Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? We got a live for you guys here today. I'm not going to be on here for too long, but we got a very, very ridiculous story. But before we get into it, let me just allow everybody to catch up to this live. We got a ridiculous story for you guys here today that we want to touch on. I'm not going to be on here for too long. That I just want to talk about. Welcome in, Corey D. Sky was good. I'm gonna allow everybody to catch up to the live. Make sure you check in and let us know where you're coming in from, and we're gonna get it started in the next minute or so. But I got a pretty ridiculous story that I want to touch on real quick. Yes, you are absolutely right. The NBA is a joke. You are absolutely right that the NBA is a joke. The NBA is an absolute joke. Absolutely. This really, really surprises me. Somebody said this surprises you. It absolutely surprises me. I'm not going to lie to you. 1 second. The NBA absolutely, absolutely surprises me. The NBA is a joke right now. Let's give it like another 30 seconds. We're gonna get into this live. I can't even believe this story. Let me get into it. Thank you guys for being a part of this live. Let me not even waste y'all time. I'm sitting here. We just finished. Think about it. We just finished shooting a video about the new NBA CBA, collective bargaining agreement. We just finished shooting that video. Thank you. We just finished shooting it, and we're going to be publishing that video today. So what happens? I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I get a notification on my phone. And what does the notification say? I'm going to give it to you guys here from sportsillustrated.com. It says, let me post it right here in the comment section so you guys can read it. Let me pin it to the top. It said, Kyrie Irving is expected to meet with Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns in free agency. And I was like, what? What you mean Kyrie Irving is about to meet? No. This was actually reported on some other major sources as well. This ain't no clickbait. This was reported on some other major sources as well. So I was like, what you mean Kyrie Irving is about to meet with Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns in free agency? First of all, didn't the Brooklyn, so help me understand something. Didn't the Phoenix Suns just sign Kevin Durant last summer or last year, the trade deadline? They got Devin Booker. They just signed Bradley Beal. And now they're about to sign Kyrie Irving or talk to Kyrie Irving. That's number one. Number two, Kevin Durant, who I like, by the way. I don't know KD, but I like him in terms of his basketball game. I don't know him as a person, but I'm talking about his basketball game. I like Kevin Durant as a basketball player. Kevin Durant, like maybe 2 days ago, was on the internet arguing with dudes. No, it is real. I got it from another source as well. We got it from hoopsrumors.com. Let me put it here as well. Let me put that in the chat. The first one was from Sports Illustrated. Let me read it. It says, Kyrie Irving plans to meet with the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns will meet Kyrie Irving when free agency begins. The Phoenix Suns have long been after the talents of Kyrie Irving, and now a meeting is expected to happen between the two sides. NBA on TNT, Chris Haynes, this is Chris Haynes now of Yahoo Sports, is reporting the Suns and Irving are expected to meet when free agency begins. Chris Haynes says, star point guard Kyrie Irving is expected to meet with the Phoenix Suns along with the Dallas Mavericks and possibly other teams when NBA free agency begins on June 30th. League sources tell TNT Bleacher Report. the Houston Rockets could seek a meeting as well, according to sources. So they're definitely going to meet. Kevin Durant, like 2 days ago, was just on there on the internet in a group with Legend of Winning and I think some other people, because he was like, basically, KD never gets criticized when he loses, essentially. Or why do we always keep giving KD the benefit of the doubt? KD, who was arguing back and forth talking about the way y'all view the game as trash. Kevin Durant now, who already has a super team with the Phoenix Suns, with Devin Booker, himself, and now Bradley Beal, is now possibly entertaining a meeting with Kyrie Irving to join the Phoenix Suns? Help me understand what's going on here. Help me understand. Now, I know what LeBron James did with the Miami Heat, with Dwayne Wade, with Chris Bosh, and Shane Battier, and Ray Allen, and all of those guys. To a certain extent, LeBron has gotten criticism for that. And I understand that. But what Kevin Durant is doing right now is beyond anything. KD is taking what LeBron did, and he's almost like taking it to another level. Number one, bro, you already got Devin Booker. You already got Bradley Beal. And now you want to go get Kyrie Irving? Help me understand what's going on here. What happened to the competition? That's number one. Number two, what about the new collective bargaining agreement? Story, at this point, we even really surprised by these moves with KD and Kyrie? They just trying to win rings. They don't care how they get it. I appreciate the comment, but now it's becoming shameful. This is actually becoming shameful, especially when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant literally just finished blowing up the Brooklyn Nets. They blew up the Brooklyn Nets. Those two dudes. Kyrie blew it up with his own antics, and Kevin Durant blew it up with his passive aggressiveness, his hands-off approach, his, oh, I'm just here to play ball. Appreciate the super chat. I'm just here to play ball. That's all KD was doing. The Brooklyn Nets said, okay, you know what? We're going to sign Kevin Durant. Even though you got a torn Achilles tendon, we're still going to sign you. KD's like, okay, if you want me, you got to get Kyrie Irving too. The Brooklyn Nets signed Kyrie because they know they're going to get KD. In the process of that, they get James Harden. They form this big three or whatever you want to call it. And under the leadership and stewardship of Kevin Durant, excuse me, and Kyrie Irving, the Brooklyn Nets end up getting run down into the ground. James Harden decides he wants to leave. They trade for Ben Simmons. Then the team starts winning. Kyrie gets suspended. They start winning. Out of the blue, the Brooklyn Nets say, we don't want to give you that max max contract, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie's like, okay, I want to be traded. He leaves. Then Kevin Durant turns around. He leaves. And now these dudes want to hook up on the West Coast or wherever Phoenix is, Midwest or wherever it is. They want to hook up again. If it happens, the Suns will be a four-headed monster. I can easily see that team averaging 135 a game. This is ridiculous. I don't know where they're going to find. I guess the Phoenix Suns, appreciate the comment. I guess the Phoenix Suns are only going to have 4 players on their roster. I guess the Phoenix Suns are going to have 4 players and a bunch of, janitors coming off the bench. Because the new salary cap is 135 million, unless they plan on going so far into the luxury tax, which tells me that probably this new owner is not shy about spending money. Sky, The NBA players have zero shame. Could you imagine MJ, Kobe stacking the deck to this level every single? I totally agree. This is beyond like, I don't even know what the NBA is turning into. It's like they want to turn the NBA into like the Justice League or something. And this is the part that kills me about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant spends some of his time on the internet going back and forth with people because they rank him in a certain position, because they say your 2 rings with the Golden State Warriors, although he was the finals MVP, don't carry as much weight as the ring Stephen Curry won on his own, don't carry as much importance as the ring LeBron James won in 2016. And he's like, y'all don't know how to judge the game. Y'all should just be looking at us based on our talent level. It's like, yo, bro, do you expect fans not to say something when they see you are stacking the deck? Do you expect them not to say something? Like, help me understand. Like, what are we doing? Yes, Kobe has Shaq and Payton. What is it? Kobe, Shaq, Payton, and Malone. How old was Gary Payton and how old was Karl Malone? You tell me. How old were those dudes? Was one of them coming off a year or two removed from leading the league and scoring like Bradley Beal? You let me know. Karl Malone didn't even play that damn season because he was damn near injured the entire season. How old was Karl Malone that year? 100? You can't even bring that dude. Like, come on, you can't even bring that up. Those dudes were old. Gary Payton at that point was just ring chasing. So he went to go join the Miami Heat. Those dudes were not all-star, like, okay, we just formed the big. Them dudes was injured and they was old. And they didn't even win. But I don't even know what to say. And it is true. And to me, I don't understand why an organization would want to put Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving back together again. For as talented as Kyrie Irving is, for as philanthropic as Kyrie Irving is, I would want Kyrie Irving to have absolutely zero say in any organizational decisions that my team has made. Zero say. I wouldn't even invite him to any of the meetings. I wouldn't. I would not invite Kyrie to any of, as much as I like Kyrie's game and his philanthropy. I would not. I would not do it. Who said this? What is the flipping point? What is the flipping point buying jerseys anymore? The back of the jerseys expire 6 months or even after a year or even 6 months. You got a good point, man. You got a good point. What is the point? And I thought this new CBA was supposed to be fighting against this, unless you're telling me that this new Suns the new Suns owner is willing to go so heavy into the luxury tax. I don't even know if they have the cap space. That means that probably they're going to get rid of DeAndre Ayton. So how's it going to work? How's it going to work? They're going to trade Bradley Beal? So you're going to have Kyrie Irving at the point, Bradley Beal at the 2, Devin Booker at the 3, and KD at the 4. I guess they're going to be playing with like four basketballs. Now, ain't nobody hating on KD. Ain't nobody hating on KD. Nobody say, if LeBron James did this same thing, people like us out here will be roasting him. If LeBron did the same thing, people like myself and others will be roasting him. KD doesn't get to get a pass on this. KD views himself as one of the 10 greatest players of all time. So if you're in that echelon, you got to get criticized. This is a clown move. If we're going to criticize LeBron, if you're going to bring up Kobe, you're going to bring up the next dude, then we got to call you on it too. Dudes don't want to compete. And why would you pair KD and Kyrie of all people? Of all people, why would you pair these two dudes? Because you know what Kyrie's going to do? Kyrie's going to go over there and he's going to be talking that madness about, well, we here, to manage the organization with the new owner. That's what Kyrie Irving was talking about, managing the organization. Imagine managing the organization. That's what he said. Me, Joe, Kevin Durant, KD, we're going to manage the organization moving forward. KD is the epitome. If you can't beat them, join them. I'm not going to defend him against that comment. I'm not going to defend him. If they pull this off and they find a way to get Kyrie on the Suns, first of all, I don't think they're going to win. First of all, I don't think they'll win anyway. But it's going to be such a bad look. It's going to be such a bad look. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. For the new people coming in, a new report via Chris Haynes. We're reading from Sports Illustrated. Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports. He's saying that the Phoenix Suns are going to be meeting with Kyrie Irving in free agency. Star point guard Kyrie Irving is expected to meet with the Phoenix Suns along with the Dallas Mavericks and possibly other teams when the NBA free agency begins. League sources tell TNT/Bleacher Report. We're reading this from Sports Illustrated. Let me just pin this here in the comments. And I'm going to read your super chat in a second. They'll score 135, give up 145. Who guard LeBron, AD, Murray? All this is to lose in the second round. No, I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win. Because first of all, these are all ball dominant guys. Now, these guys can play off. So who's the point guard? Kyrie? Kyrie's the point guard? Kyrie? I think Kyrie worked with LeBron because LeBron has a very unique skill set. But KD and Kyrie do similar things. Very similar things. And what does Bradley Beal do but score? What does Bradley Beal do but score? So I don't know what's going to happen. But to me, I think it's ridiculous. I think if they pull off this trade or this signing or whatever it is, Kyrie or these dudes should definitely be called out. We should call them out the same way we'll call out LeBron. We will call out Kawhi. We will call out whoever. I was just talking about the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. I was just saying that I think they need to blow it up. What a lot of people were saying in the comment section was this duo is overrated. They didn't get it done. They're overrated. I'm not going to sit up here and argue with those people because they're right. They didn't get it done. So Kawhi and these guys deserve to be criticized. Now, you can say it's because of injury. You can say it's all excuses. They didn't get it done. So if those guys are going to get the smoke, if LeBron and these guys are going to get the smoke, these guys got to get the smoke too. And if it doesn't work, they got to criticize them the same way they criticize the Lakers when it didn't work with Russell Westbrook. They got to criticize them the same way. But I don't know what this league is about. I thought that the new CBA was supposed to be addressing this. I thought the new CBA was supposed to address this, unless you're telling me that these guys are just willing to go all in and spend all this money. And why you would want Kyrie and KD on the same team is beyond me. It's beyond me. Because Kyrie Irving, he's a great player. He's very philanthropic. He helps a lot of people. He just recently donated $65,000 to an organization. But in terms of somebody I trust to be there, that's going to be there no matter what is going on in the world, I wouldn't trust him. Because I know if something happens on the news, there is a chance Kyrie may not show up to work. He may not. Somebody said pay the minimum. You think Kyrie Irving is going to accept a minimum contract? The only way I can see this even making sense is if KD and Kyrie came up with this, and they said, you know what? Maybe for a way for us to raise your trade or your market value, we could possibly do that if it looks like other teams are interested in you. So we're going to set up a meeting, although we know we're not going to pull this trigger on this particular signing. And then the Dallas Mavericks are going to come to the table and see, damn, other people are really interested in Kyrie. So maybe we need to offer him what he's looking for. But according to some league sources and other people I've been listening to, there aren't that many teams out there that are looking for Kyrie Irving services. No, in terms of philanthropy, somebody said Kyrie Irving donated 40,000, Josephine Wright, 40,000. In terms of his philanthropy, in terms of a human being, I have nothing negative to say about Kyrie. I don't have anything negative to say about him. He's a very, very generous person. He seems like a very, very kind person with a very big heart. I'm not attacking any of that. But I think this is a crazy move, and I don't think it looks good on the NBA. I think the NBA is trying to get away from super teams, and then you're going to have this madness. They just got Bradley Beal. No, I'm not trying to make fun of Kyrie, but come on. What happened to the competition? What are we supposed to? So if the Phoenix Suns win this ring, who in their right mind is going to be like, yo, man, I think KD should go up the all-time rankings? He's not moving on my list. I'm not moving KD up no all-time rankings if they win a championship. I'm not. Is he a great player? Yes, but I'm not giving him credit like that. I'm not. His ring is not going to be on the same level as Giannis's ring, or Nikola Jokic's ring, or LeBron's ring in 2016, or Kawhi's ring in 2019, or Dirk's ring in 2011. It's not going to be on that level because those guys didn't have ultra stacked teams. Now, some people will say, oh, Kevin Love, he was an all-time. Yes, Kevin Love was a very good player. Kyrie Irving was a very good player. Here's the thing, though. When you had that trio together, yes, they were kind of a super team, but not to the level of this team. When you add Kyrie, KD, Devin Booker, a dude that I think scored 70 points in a game, and Bradley Beal, a dude who just led the league in scoring a few years, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Some people will do it. I'm not doing it. Some people are saying, so you're saying all rings are not made equal. I don't believe they are. Yes, obviously each ring counts for itself, but I believe that the story behind every ring is more impressive. I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Kobe in 2009 beat the Magic. Did he get a ring? Yes. Was it as impressive as beating the Celtics in 2010? No. It was not. When they asked him, what's your favorite ring? He said the one we won against the Celtics. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome in. So for the new people coming in, the news just came out that Kyrie Irving is possibly, he said, like, my opinion matters, but you're here listening to my opinion, but it doesn't matter. So whatever. You laughing at yourself. I don't know why you laughing. You're here watching me talking about my opinion don't matter. Meanwhile, you watching me. Okay, it's all good, bro. I see you. Appreciate the views. Appreciate the views and the engagement. I appreciate that. Don't talk to Charleston like that, bro. That's rude. It's all good, man. It's all good. So that's the news. KD finna start another super team. He finna get roasted all over the internet, and ain't nobody gonna defend him. Ain't nobody gonna defend him. Just the same way the Phoenix Suns ain't gonna be defending nobody. I don't understand how you would even put a team like that together. And the part that I cannot believe is Kyrie and KD again. Like as if we did not just witness the train wreck that took place in Brooklyn. That's, to me, it's unbelievable. But hey, bring James Harden. Why don't you bring them all? Bring James Harden. Bring them all. Bring them all. Bring them all over. It's all good. I mean, whatever. This is what we doing. Somebody said if KD shot went in the way when the champs. So Bird, McHale, Ainge, Walton wasn't a stacked team. My brother, nobody's disputing that. I'm not saying that because those teams weren't stacked, that it means that this team wasn't stacked. In this particular instance, we're talking about this team. Number one. Number two, those teams won championships. What did Kyrie and KD win in Brooklyn? What did they win? You tell me, what did they win? Those teams won multiple championships. What did those dudes win? And then to bring those dudes back together again. They won nothing. Marley Smith, I appreciate you holding KD's feet to the fire because I don't feel the media, Stephen A. Smith, hold him accountable. First of all, I appreciate the comment. In terms of Stephen A. Smith, I think Stephen A. Smith is inclined to like players that are very, very good on offense. I think Stephen A. Smith loves players that are very, very good on offense. I think that. So he kind of leans towards these guys. I think he thinks KD's the best player in the world. But I think if they pull off this move, he's going to have something to say about KD, and for damn sure he's going to have something to say about Kyrie. My thing is, if they pull this move off, KD should not be surprised. He shouldn't be shocked that people are talking about him on the internet. He can't go up to fans and say, you're viewing the game the wrong way. No, they're not. You just got to look at who's good and who's not. So why are you playing? Why are we building all these teams then? Why are we building all these teams if we're not supposed to be evaluating what you do? So obviously rings matter. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing what you did. And Kevin Durant is getting a major pass that we would not give other players. We would not give LeBron this type of pass. There are a lot of people that love to make excuses for LeBron, but he will still get roasted, even if it's not by people on TV. NBA fans, people that have their own platforms, they're going to be talking about it. And if KD's going to be doing the same thing, he deserves to get criticized too. He deserves to get criticized too. And if they don't win, he deserves to get criticized. Even if they don't get Kyrie, even if they don't get Kyrie, they still deserve to get criticized. I'll give you guys an example of what I mean. The Lakers got knocked out in the conference finals against the Denver Nuggets. They got swept. People were talking about LeBron. I didn't beat up LeBron for that. Some people did. They were making fun of LeBron and the Lakers because they got swept. The Phoenix Suns, who didn't even get as far as the Lakers, what did they say about the Phoenix Suns? What was the criticism? What did you hear? Because I heard nothing. I heard nothing. Who was talking about, who was putting together KD memes? Who was doing it? Who was doing it? Nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. So if KD views himself in that level with the LeBrons and all of these guys, then you got to get the smoke that comes with that. You got to get the smoke that comes with that. And for these dudes who are trying to be pairing up again, if they build this team, I am not even interested. I'm not even interested no more. And it means that KD now would be a part of two super duper super teams. Because the team that they had with the Golden State Warriors is not a super team. That's beyond a super team. That's not a normal super team. That was beyond a super team. Because you had Stephen Curry, who was considered the greatest shooter of all time. You had Klay Thompson, who was considered one of the two best two-way players in all of ball, and arguably the second greatest shooter in the NBA. You had Draymond Green, who was a defensive player of the year caliber guy. Think about that. Then you had all of those other key pieces. This was a team that already went to the finals, although they lost, but they had already won as well. And then you take a league MVP, a guy that had led the league in scoring, I believe, 4 times. You then put him on top of that team. That's not a super team no more. That's beyond a super team. It's beyond. So for KD to act like as if, no, it's not, bro, stop. Bro, stop. Like, come on, stop. And stop insulting people, telling people you a P and you this. Bro, what's up with your language, bro? Why are you talking so spicy to people? What's wrong with you? Because you 7 foot high? You 7 foot tall? You talking spicy like that? Because you some tall dude? You know dudes in the street get snuffed for talking greasy like that. Why are you talking to people like that? Because you a millionaire, you playing the NBA, you tall? Dudes get laid down for saying less, and you running around talking to people all type of crazy ways. Like, what's going on? I never seen you doing no drive-bys or nothing like that. When did you become this ultra G? Did you just be talking to people in any kind of random way? Yo, you this, you that, you this, you that. So what are you? What have you done? Who you? I never. You been to Rikers Island or something? What do you be doing for you to be talking down on people like that? Oh, you this, you that. Like, yo, stop. You don't got to be so disrespectful. No one talks that way to Kevin Durant for him to be talking to people like that. What's that about? People are giving you their opinions on basketball. They're not talking about you as a person. They're not cursing at you. So why are you going around cussing people out like that? What's up with that? And again, if that was LeBron James that was talking to people online the way KD was talking to people online, they would have flamed LeBron's ass by now. They would have flamed him. They would have been like, LeBron James is talking to people like this. He's saying this about this and this and this people. LeBron is using this kind of language. What's going on with LeBron? We're going to have a meetings of the mind. If LeBron was saying half of the stuff that KD says online to people. I like KD, but KD be acting like people are not allowed to have an opinion. Like, he acts like people are not allowed to have an opinion on basketball. He acts like fans' opinions shouldn't matter. Like, who are you to have an opinion? I don't understand that. The people that you're talking down to are the reason you make all that money. You talking down to them. I don't understand that. Like, to me, it's just weird. I don't understand that. Like, so fans cannot have an opinion without being cussed out and told you broke and you this and you that. Like, bro, what's going on? So to me, man, if they pull off this move, I'm not supporting the Phoenix Suns. I don't want to see it. Somebody asked what happened. The Phoenix Suns, let me just post it real quick, and I'll get off here. The Phoenix Suns are going to be having a meeting with Kyrie Irving. Somebody said, use your veto powers, Silvers, or like they did with the Chris Paul trade. But even with the Chris Paul, Kobe Bryant thing, they were at least going to trade away Lamar Odom. That's what happened. That's why Lamar Odom fell out with the Lakers. Maybe some people don't remember. Lamar Odom went into that depression initially because of what? Lamar found out after the Lakers had won 2 championships, he found out that the Lakers were trying to trade him. And Lamar was so hurt that he went to Mitch Kupchak and requested a trade from the team, and they traded him to the Dallas Mavericks. And when he got to the Dallas Mavericks, I remember when that trade went down, Kobe was pissed off because he was like, yo, we didn't get anything. But when Lamar got there, he was already like emotionally out of it. So I remember the first game when the Lakers played against the Dallas Mavericks, and Kobe was trash talking the Mavs. Lamar Odom was standing up on the bench looking at Kobe like he was hurt by what Kobe was saying to him for leaving the Lakers. That's what happened. But in the Chris Paul thing, at least it was a trade. So they were going to lose something. The Lakers had Kobe, Bynum, who had knee issues, Pau Gasol, and Lamar Odom. But in this case, they want to keep KD, keep Devin Booker, keep Bradley Beal, and then add Kyrie Irving. Come on, stop. Yo, come on. So if they do it, I'm not interested in supporting the team. I'm not supporting these super. Like, yo, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I thought the collective bargaining agreement was supposed to solve this problem. So these are my thoughts, man. I don't want to talk too long on here. I see some people talking about Malika Andrews. I don't want to get on the. I was under the impression that the new CBA was supposed to prevent this nonsense. Did I miss something here? We actually got a CBA video today, a pretty comprehensive video that I want you guys to check out. We're going to be dropping that a little bit later today. But it's supposed to do that. Now, there are teams that can sign what is it? There are teams that can now go above the luxury tax or whatever it is and sign these players, but they're going to pay a hefty fine. a very, very hefty fine. So what happens is, anyway, I'll explain that to y'all. If y'all want the breakdown of the new CBA, be on the lookout for the other video that we got dropping later on today. Anyway, man, appreciate that. What up, bro? Big fan. Hey, Shaw Bulls podcast. Hey, appreciate that. Shaw Bulls podcast. I've never seen that one. Let me see. Is that a YouTube channel? Let me see. I'm gonna check that out later. I'm just seeing about that right now. But anyway, appreciate you guys for being a part of this live. That's the story, and we definitely catch you on the next one. Be on the lookout for the content that we got dropping later today. Appreciate that, y'all. Have a good one. Have a good one.